Ladies and gentlemen, from the Philippines, it's Alexandra Eala.
Well, I think it's safe to say the WTA Tour is in good hands. And we will see two of the current and very much future stars do battle on Stadium 1 here at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells. Alexandra Eala, the Filipina megastar. And she tries to break her Czech duck, 0-10. In WTA and ITF tournaments, is Eala against players from Czechia, but she has beaten Linda Noskova before, albeit back in her junior days. Two very talented junior players, now two very talented tennis players. And they're going to do battle for a place in the quarterfinals. Sophie Amack, once again alongside myself, Pete Hodges. I'm guessing you're looking forward to this one.
I'm very excited. This is, we've had some really great matches, since the beginning, the two of us, and along the way throughout this Indian Wells. But, we're finding, a new era of player with those two here, because, as you mentioned, they are definitely going to be the future of at least the top 20, if not better, without a doubt, especially if they stay healthy. And Noskova on your screen right now is somebody who has a ton of power. Another player from Czechia they just keep making them one after the other. 9 of them in the top 100 right now. She's number 2 behind, of course, Muhova, and she's just earned her way to that ranking of number 14 in the world, as Eala preparing here for her hydration. And we know Eala also the future of this tennis. It's like stars, mega stars.
Alexandra, she's Raquel, our coin-toss guest. Okay, welcome. So Raquel is going to do the coin toss for us. So just a few reminders from my side. Net machine in service. You have 4 serve clock locations for this court, 2 and 2 on the 2 sides. Boxes for the towels, same thing. Alexandra, number 1 for you, please, and number 2 for you, Linda. Live electronic calling match. The system will do everything for you. Automatic replays on the LED walls. If you want to see anything else, you let me know, okay? Video review is available. You can request video review as much as you want. From this week, it's unlimited. And you can also wait at the end of the point if you want to make a replay request, okay? Any questions? No. Alexandra, we have heads or tails. Very easy. So heads or tails? Heads. Show the heads to show heads to her. It shows heads. Okay. Raquel, all yours. And heads. Your choice, Alex. Serve. Please, a picture of together.
Was Alex Eala winning the toss and electing to serve first.
Yeah.
First time these two have met on tour. As I mentioned before, they did meet in the juniors. A couple of big matches in the juniors as well, by the way. It was the final of Tarbes, which is a huge tournament.
Les petits as. That's one of the biggest. It's like the world kind of competition for juniors and under 16 and under. Yeah,
it was under 12s they met there. Yeah. That was the final of the under 12s.
That's quite a bit ago. You
Fair
went far.
while ago, and then quarterfinals to the Roland Garros girls. They were a little bit older on that occasion, but both times it was Eala who came out on top. although she's a year younger than her opponent. But it's going to be a big story with whoever wins this one, battle of two youngsters, and it certainly was a big story earlier on today, if you were able to witness Talia Gibson, who hadn't beaten a top 50 player before this tournament, and is now beating top 10 players.
And
Amazing.
More importantly, coming through the qualification round. And the last time that there were a player who went the further in from quals was my friend Jenny Byrne. I have to mention her, give her a shout out, because she's the director of tennis in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where I spent a lot of the summers. And hey, I tell you, she got to the final, Jenny Byrne. And guess where she's from? Australia as well.
Oh,
so
there you go.
Another Australian here trying to replica.
Yeah, first time we've had a qualifier in the quarterfinals since Serenko in 2015, but of course Byrne went further. We'll see how far Gibson goes. Well, Eala will be hoping she stops the Gibson run, because of course it's Gibson who awaits the winner of this one. As for Alexandra Eala, look, I mean, she's turned into a megastar. 112 million in the Philippines, and I think about 111 million will be watching this one this morning in the Philippines, whereas of course we're at night in Indian Wells. Look, you know a lot about her game, her spirit. What do you like about her?
I like pretty much the fact that she's so mature, really. But I like pretty much everything in her game, her mentality on the court. She's, wearing really her flag on her shoulders and very proud and humble. It's great to see this, and the way that players who are so young are able to actually express those feelings in such a way that they feel like they've lived already 4 or 5 lives.
As for Noskova, less expression on the court, someone who tends to keep her emotions in check. No pun intended. Yeah, you've worked with me for far too long. But made a bit of a breakthrough back end of last year, making the first WTA 1000 final in Beijing. How do you assess her start this year? 7-4 in terms of match wins. Has she kicked on as much as she would have liked after doing so well?
Probably not. I don't think, but I think that she's definitely regaining that, here and trying to go far here. I love her game. I think she's a powerhouse. She's quiet. She can do anything. Versatility. She's very comfortable coming to the net. She can serve. She can drop shot from the backhand and the forehand side. I think she moves pretty well. It's a complete package with a lot of power, and I love also the fact that she has that mentality, that Czech mentality, very, very, focused. She does get frustrated on and off, but over the years, I think that's a place where she really, really upgraded and got a lot better.
I think both of these players have said how much they love this sport. Certainly, it's not always the case, but both very happy to do what they do. Both in recent interviews talking about that it's just a joy to be traveling around the world playing a sport they love, as we see Ettore Russo, who will look after this one.
You gotta say it with the Italian,
I'll leave that to you. But as you can see, it's relatively warm for the Californian desert, 21 degrees Celsius. And as we've said throughout, it's not been that windy in the evening. It has been in the day, but it's a little breezier this evening.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. And that's going to maybe have a part to play in there. During the day, it's been more, obviously, the wind is more prominent, and players have been mentioning it, that the conditions are difficult. The sports are very gritty. And as we commentated earlier, she won the toss and elected to serve.
Yeah, I mean, even more impressive, isn't it, with Eala? She seems to take everything in her stride. Another one of these young players. You talked about her maturity. This is her debut in Indian Wells. Yeah. Already made it through the last 16. Good win over Yastremska in round 2, and then, of course, beat Coco Gauff. Was up 6-2 love before the left arm injury to the American. But Eala saying that she was very happy with the performance up to that point. But as you can see, win probability giving Noskova the edge in this one. But it's going to be utterly fascinating to see who comes through between the 20-year-old against the 21-year-old. Two uber-talented youngsters going head-to-head for a place in the quarterfinals here at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells. It'll be the big ball striker that is Linda Noskova taking on the Filipina megastar Alexandra Eala, who'll get this one underway. Incidentally, Sophie Amiak alongside myself, Pete Rogers. What for you is going to be the difference in this encounter?
Well, I think, it's just to see how both of them, get the butterflies out to begin with, playing under the light stadium, lots of pressure, big crowd.
It's actually something that Eala talked about after defeating Goff in the previous round, that she feels like she's gaining experience to deal with pressure, playing on these big courts and big match situations. And she's just really excited about the year ahead, because, of course, we'll now get to play a full calendar with where she's ranked in the world, 32.
It's great return down the middle, very deep, caught off guard. I think Eala is going to try to definitely move a lot Noskova, and hope also to wrong foot Noskova, who's most of the time, when she's running, she runs towards the next ball in the open court, and she's already turned towards that ball. So hitting behind her is a great play.
First serve.
And I think Noskova herself is going to have to attack the second serve. I think that's the weakest link right now of Eala. And did so right here. Beautiful return cross court, aggressive, even though the ball was coming to her body. I think she did a great job getting around that ball. Look at that, right off the bat. Pressure.
First serve, that's to say, the first break point.
30-40.
We're just staying low, and a bit of an edgy start for Eala. The game she would have wanted, and it's Noskova who breaks straight away. I mentioned reaching the final in Beijing last year. Noskova also made the final in Tokyo, so it was a very strong finish to the year. It was her third final of the year, because she also made the final in Prague. Doesn't have the best of records in finals. Ranked at 14 in the world, so closing in on the top 10, highest career ranking of 12. Talking of rankings, by the way, Eala has the chance, if she wins today, to get inside the world's top 25 for the first time. As we see that record against Czechs, unbelievable that, isn't it? 0-10, and that's all levels, by the way, ITF as well as WTA.
I hope she doesn't know that.
I was just going to ask you that, whether or not I think there was a couple of articles written about that stat.
Yeah, I'm not sure that,
today.
well, hopefully she doesn't read that. And I think that most of the players hopefully are staying away from social media when they're playing in the tournament. But she might remember a few, maybe 4, but I'm not sure she remembers 10, especially going back to ITF. I hope she doesn't.
Well, I mean, they've all been still not that far away, because she hasn't been on tour for all that long. She's 0-5 in the last 12 months. Furthest back is October 2023. Something. You can look at that stat, I think, in a couple of ways, can't you, Sophie? Because Czechs overall, you'd say most of them seem to have an amazing backhand. It just seems like they're born with it. Don't know what they do, what's in the water there.
We still don't know.
So I wonder whether that takes away the leftiness for Eala a little bit, if she Opposing opponents with strong backhands. But with what you were saying earlier, Sophie, you would imagine Eala's ability to redirect should suit playing Noskova.
Yeah, the problem is that Noskova has so much power that it's kind of hard to play against somebody and move the ball around and get around the backhand that she loves to hit that forehand inside out, Eala. So don't have as much time, and that would be a problem for Eala. And Noskova has one of the best backhand down the line as well. So if you open yourself up and hit inside out, you better hit it well. And I said, sorry, I forgot she was obviously lefty. If you hit that forehand cross court, you know, with the lefty, you go straight to the strength.
Well, that's what I was saying about the Czechs, as in whether or not that's the reason she's 0-10.
Yeah.
It takes away that leftiness.
Maybe she needs to redirect it down the line, as you were mentioning.
Just moving through that forehand, Noskova catching the baseline and backs up the break. So super start for the world number 14.
Twice she cut the baseline on this shot, on this point. Very aggressive, takes the ball early. They both do, but I think there's definitely more power from the racket of Noskova and taking time away from Eala. He likes to get organized.
Dealing with a bug.
Cleaning. She's not afraid of bugs.
Well, I mean, you were telling me
enjoying that.
You were telling me that she's an adrenaline junkie off the court.
She is an adrenaline junkie. She actually took some time off at some point, which I always find myself amazed by youngsters who say, you know what, I need some time off. And what did she do? She decided to do something, a checklist, and go sky jumping. And loved it. Said she wanted to do it again. Love the adrenaline. So.
Well, she's clearly not afraid of bugs and not afraid of heights. So we need to find out if she does have any phobias anywhere else. Such clean hitting from Noskova.
You look at the technique, it's it's simple. There's not much going on. I think the grip is perfect grip to hit on the forehand, a little Western, but not overly Western. Well, I guess we know where she likes to go. New York City. Oh boy.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
These are worrying times for Eala. Noskova looking very much dialed in so far.
Yeah, she's not letting her breathe right now. Like if I were Eala, I would start, rolling some forehands here and there. Just put a little bit more spin, change a little bit the height of the ball and the speed of the ball.
And that may be what's happened in the opening exchanges here. They've been bossed. Looking a little wounded. 2 more break points for the Czech.
And that's what she's trying to do. Just move Noskova around.
30-14.
That's where she's going to be getting joy and maybe those unforced errors, but it's easier said than done.
Oh. Just missing. 3 points are saved.
Wow, she's hitting that ball so low. Not pushing up on the legs. Getting the toss a little higher will help on the first serve as well. Yeah, I'm a little shocked. Shocked that she didn't take that in the air. She hesitated. She had a chance to do it. Somebody who's feeling very comfortable hitting classic volleys as well as swing volleys, Noskova. Throws a few serves and volleys here and there as well. I mean, she's really the whole package. So a little bit of an error here.
Survives Eala. Missed opportunity for Noskova. A look of relief from the Eala camp. She's finally on the board, albeit a little later than she would have liked. If you're with us, sit down, you would have seen a couple of Filipina flags. So Eala, the first Filipina to play this tournament in the main draw. The first Filipina inside the world's top 100, and she's just continuing to break new ground. Inside the world's top 30 after this week. Oh, wow. That caught the service line.
No kidding. Talk about some great slice here. Using that slider on the backhand of Eala. Here, the coach of Eala going vamos. She's training at the Rafa Academy in Spain. She's been there for quite a long time. She was 12 or 13 years old. Moved from home country where she was actually trained by a grandfather who started her brother, and then was a self-taught teacher. Had a great bond with him.
Of course, that was the story, wasn't it? In Miami, for those that weren't aware, she made the semi-finals in Miami, beat Iga Swiatek, and Swiatek was there on her graduation day. Nice picture with her and Rafa Nadal when she graduated from the academy in 2023. Eala dictating much of the point, but finally missing, and it's another comfortable hold for Noskova.
Yeah, she was late on this. I mean, her preparation on the back end is a bit too long considering the pace that Noskova is injecting.
A bit of Filipino being spoken. She does have both of her parents watching her here in Indian Wells, with Mike and Riza.
So this is the right play, but she's almost going back too soon instead of going forward with that return. I mean, the serve is really slow right now, and she's having a hard time. You know, it's 78 miles per hour. There's the behind and the wrong footing. Noskova. It's a great play against Czechia. It's almost like she's already running sideways towards the forehand, and unfortunately you can't turn around. It's too late. You got to really face the net when you recover. I think, Pete, this is the kind of ball right here on the second serve that she really needs to attack. Yeah.
Oh, did just that, but
thought
missed.
she had it. Oh, and she knows it. So close. Look at that. Inches. Ouch. Also known as millimeters.
Está muy bien, está muy bien. Venga, vamos.
It's the second serve that's getting really punished and putting a lot of pressure on Eala. She needs a first serve here.
Using the lefty slider well to get us off on the front foot. And finishing the point off in style, Eala. No doubt about it, she has more of the fans behind her. Reduces the deficit to 3-2. break for Noskova. Nearly got a second break, but it's just the one break. Feeling Eala starting to find her rhythm. Noskova serving 3-2. As of yet, hasn't made any inroads into the Noskova service games. The 1 point so far on serve Noskova.
Yeah, she's not going to if she keeps serving like this.
Oh, that's extraordinary. We know all about the power in Noskova's game, but how about this fine touch?
That was a fabulous return. Can you believe that? A squash shot. Why not?
It's another love service hold for Noskova. 2 aces in the game.
Noskova leads by 4 games to 2.
Must be nice to tick Siervik's games off like that. Especially with the fairly old balls.
That's great. Great to change also because she's more likely with the left hand to go slice down the tee, which is the serve right here that has been paying off also, going wide with the slider. So good change up on the do side.
Yeah, lovely touch once more.
And like I was saying, she really is very versatile. She can do anything and has absolutely great feel. Perfect drop shot volley, firm wrist, but just didn't go through.
It's a super return. Again, taking advantage of the second serve.
Yeah, at 78 miles per hour, you are going to be hurt at this level. And that's, one aspect of Eala's game. I mean, she's not the tallest, not the strongest, and serves are always, the place where, oh, almost, good try.
Her age, how easy is it to improve the second serve in terms of pace and power?
Well, I mean, I think it's all about acceleration at impact and really getting to push on those legs to reach as high as possible. It's only going to go to so much faster, but she does have that, the acceleration on the first serve. So the kick serve can be the same thing, just getting that racket head behind her back and behind her head and really accelerate low to high right here
Net.
to create. She's accelerating almost like around and covering the ball. I would like to see that racket really going low to high, almost diagonally and forward to really accentuate the kick and the spin. It's almost like a slider with some kick that she's hitting. Dangerous again here.
Coach Sandro watching on. No doubt A little concerned for his player right now. The break point for Noskova. And this one she's able to take. How about that forehand for accuracy right into the corner? You have to say on the balance of play, it's a deserved second break for the Czech, who now leads 5-2. I'd say everything so far is going Noskova's way. Dropped a 1 point on serve. She's threatened to break almost every single time Eala has served. And now she is serving for the first set with new balls at 5-2.
It's amazing angle. And the new balls obviously taking even more the spin and the slice that she's using. Perfect placement. You want to slice short in the box so it stays away from the receiver. And now she's trying to get closer inside the baseline to return, and it's not working either.
That's more like it from Eala. Thumping forehand initially.
Well, believe it or not, this is the first time that she's earning a point on the first serve on Noskova since the beginning of the sets.
Just the third winner she's been able to hit in the set.
Well, I mean, I like the fact that Eala is trying to do something else, trying to be more aggressive on the serve, first and second. Fortunately, it's not working.
Two set points. Oh, well.
She had it. That's the kind of play that she can inject in there. Serve and volley.
Overcooks that forehand, so set not done yet. Put a bit more behind the second serve, but it came back at Noskova quickly. And Eala still fighting hard in set one.
Yeah, she's putting the pressure on with just the fact that she decided to step into the serve, the return of serve, and didn't work at the beginning of the game, but she's getting some joy here.
First break point. Oh, but it's quickly swiped away in fantastic fashion. She had to generate all of her own pace on that forehand and was so deep in the court.
Wow, 3 times the amount of the winners in the racket of the Czech. Impressive.
Oh. This is just brilliant front foot tennis from Noskova. No surprise when you watch a game who her idol was and is Serena Williams, which is a little surprising when you consider she's from Czechia. Did mention Petra Kvitova as well, but Serena Williams was her big idol. Oh, well, what a way to close out the set. Well, this sums up the set in truth. All about brilliant ball striking, keeping the points short. And in truth, Noskova has blown Eala away 6-2 in just 32 minutes in the opening set.
A very solid way to finish the set with that fourth ace for Linda Noskova. Well, it's a lot of green on the right side and even on the unforced error 7, but 13 winners with that last one counting as a winner, of course, with the fourth ace. And didn't lose many points on the first serve. 79% of first serve point 1 to 78 on the second. Look at those numbers on the left. 50% in each. It's not going to be enough. I think Eala is going to have to consider changing a little bit the tactic, maybe throwing a bit of something else in there, different spin, different height of the ball, maybe slowing down things, but she's going to have to change tactic.
So if you're enjoying the music...
Well, respect. I mean, how can you not enjoy respect? Aretha Franklin, come on. Classic.
I'm with you. I am with you.
You have to have a little bit of respect to the game of Noskova right now. Apropos. Oh, wrong side.
And there is a lot of respect between these two. They've known each other for a long time. Family and Tarbs.
So Noskova not only wanted to have that side, but she also wanted to serve. Although she just finished with an ace. Well, that means probably that she's so focused that she kind of lost a little bit.
Oh, wow. And that reaction tells you she's certainly up for the fight. She always is, Eala. She's got a great attitude on the court.
That was fantastic defensive love after that really good return from Noskova.
15 all.
There's another one. And again, not afraid.
They're all on their side. Maybe it's the same one. I want to be with you. I want to play with you.
Well, she's got that.
I think she's gonna go home with it. It's her new pet. You know, there's so many pets.
So many dogs
so
around,
Many dogs
as in
around. It's like they're
Noskova has a
multiplying.
beetle.
They're gonna have kennels soon. On site instead of they used to have a place for all these kids. Now they have to have kennels as well. Play day for dogs. Actually, very funny because I was listening to the podcast of Pegola and Kravchuk and Keys and fourth one, American semifinalist.
Oh,
against
yeah,
Osaka.
Jenny Brady.
Jenny Brady,
Yeah.
thank you. And they were talking about all the dogs that it's getting out of control.
It's more wonderful tennis from Noskova, just simplifying the sport, going from side to side.
15-14.
And when you look at her technique, she's always very well set. Racket is back. It's very compact. There's nothing really that can go very wrong, because the technique is pretty in sync.
Game.
And there's the early break for Noskova. No drop off from
First game, second
set
set.
1 to set 2 so far.
She's being pushed. She's being pushed and stressed constantly with the power of Noskova, and almost trying to force her shot. Eala, it's not fluid as we've seen it in the past, and you have to give credit to this player right here. Just good consistency, power. We haven't seen a drop shot yet, which I'm quite surprised. Kind of with the retrieval forehand slice, but it was not really intended, I think, as a drop shot. Earlier in the first set from Moskova.
Just trying to lift the spirits of Eala. Very good record against top 15 opponents, but hasn't looked that way for the best part of half an hour. As you mentioned, Destiny
15
Kravchuk
love.
has a connection to Eala because has a Filipina mum, and that was something that Eala was saying, that any of the players you have connections to the Philippines, she gets on very well with. But I thought it was funny what Destiny was saying, that she was so cheering on Eala, I think she forgot to pick up a daughter from tennis practice. Not Destiny, another one, but
And,
she gets that involved with Eala's
yeah.
matches.
She actually talked about that Kravchuk's mom wanted to cook for Eala, one of those, typical dishes, Filipino dishes, and Eala's like, yes, please.
Yeah, Eala getting more and more popular on tour in terms of with the players as well. She says she's made a conscious effort to be more social.
I mean, that podcast is fun to listen. I tell you, Kravchuk was also talking about our mother a couple days ago. Got to the site and said, where are you practicing? And and she said to her, Mom, I've already practiced. I'm gone. She said, oh, okay, well, I'll go see Eala play. I'll go see Alex play. And then I think she said, I'm going to watch Alex tomorrow play. And her daughter said, well, Mom, I'm playing doubles tomorrow. You know that. Oh. Oh, that's so well done.
Yeah, I mean, Krapchik's mum, I think, sums up how all of the Philippines feel about Eala.
Yeah.
It's an absolute megastar.
It's great serving. She's been serving really on cue since the beginning of this match. Didn't have much of a letdown.
That's without the first serve percentage being all that high. The second serve has done a lot of damage as well. And get the 2 points behind the second serve.
Well, she's placing it very well. She still has some spin and pace. I mean, that's the difference between both servers right now. One who has really a distinct first and second serves, with one a little stronger than the other. And the second serve doesn't hurt really much.
Right now for Eala, she's just feeling constantly under real pressure. It doesn't look like Noskova is going to let up.
No, 30.
You got to take notes if you are watching Noskova, and you're going to have to play her again. Any players out there should mark down that inside-out backhand return that she absolutely loves to hit, and hits it well. She was unlucky hitting the tape here.
Just a little bit of movement on the serve. Sometimes causes Noskova a little bit of trouble.
You know, it's sometimes much more difficult to hit a serve when there's no pace in it, because you have to pretty much yourself put everything, the pace and also the control and the spin, to keep it in.
No issue there, though.
Yep.
The other thing to factor in is that if it is so slow, you're often so far up the court, it's got to be a winner, or you've got to get your opponent on the stretch.
Yeah.
Then you're out of position.
You know, it's almost, you know, when you think about one of the serve that is probably the worst serve, but the most difficult serve to return is Irani serve, the Italian, because same thing, you know, there's nothing in there. You've got to create everything. And if you don't return well, people are looking at you going, what? Laughing at you, and you feel awful.
And again, she's a classic because she can react. She's got great reactive skills. So
I had this conversation with
redirects
Kiki
superbly.
Mladenovic in New Haven when the tournament was right before the US Open, when she played actually Irani and won in 3 sets really, really tight. She was telling me, she got off the court, she goes, you don't understand, you feel such an idiot when you can't return that serve.
Oh, but no issue returning that serve from Noskova. Another brutal strike as the hole gets deeper for Eala. It's another break for the Czech and a 3-love lead for the world number 14.
Thank you. Players are ready.
Super return. A little surprised it caught the back edge of the line. The load there, such a strong base.
93 miles per hour on the second serve with some slice down the tee. You know, it's a big difference. Ball comes back short, anchored. Very, very short swing.
On the approach. As far as Noska is concerned, do you see her as a future major winner, quarter-finalist, of course, of the Australian Open 2024, but hasn't kicked on that much since then?
I mean, I think she has the game. There's no doubt. You know, I think physically she probably can get even better, and that would be a plus. Especially she has longer matches just to last longer. But you know, the game is there. The shot selections are there. The IQ, I would say, which goes with the shot selection, is also there, and the versatility, the ability to do so much, and being able to do a lot of stuff with a racket. Oh, she missed it. She kind of like looked at Eala not coming back and giving up. And I think she took her eye completely off that ball.
Just makes it next point. More pressure on it. That point down.
All right.
Doesn't matter in the end, though. Right back at it with the serve. Number 5 closes out game number 4 in set 2.
I mean, you look at, you know, the way that she's serving as well. It's just she's serving anywhere in the box. She really can't reach every single target. She can put slice. She can flatten out. It's pretty impressive.
Nothing to factor in with it. Doesn't always feel, Sophie. Big ball strikers. I think it's so important that they have a calm demeanor, because, of course, you're going to have more winners, you're going to have more ups, but you're going to have more downs as well, more unforced errors. Almost always the same. Nearly missed that one.
Playing with fire here.
Oh, yes. May have guessed the right way, but still had to find the pass and did so superbly. Everything going Noskova's way. Really dig off the return. Just guiding that one past Eala. This is unraveling rather quickly for Eala. 2 more break points for the 14th seed. Underneath the one, another stunning return from Noskova. And she's a game away from brushing past Alex Eala. This has been some performance, a 5-love lead. Serving for the match, and the bagel.
Net first serve.
Serve that keeps on giving. Number 6 on the ace count.
Make it number 7.
It feels that it's going to be lucky 7 for her. She has been just on cue with that serve, no doubt. Wow.
Should be favoured as well for the quarter-final. Gibson awaiting 3 match points to make it through to the last day.
Thank you.
What a performance from Linda Noskova. Battle between two young, talented players. But only one really rose to the challenge. Disappointment for Alex Eala. It's been a good tournament for her. Moving inside the world's top 30 for the first time in her career. But it's Noskova who moves on. A simply devastating display of attacking brilliance. It's the better of Eala. 6-2, 6-love to make the quarterfinals in Indian Wells for the first time in her career.
Look, she did pretty much everything right when you think of it. I mean, there was one glitch when she was at 40-15 on her serve. You know, Eala was coming back, but you know, it's a tough one for Eala because I'm sure she's probably walking out the court saying, I didn't feel like I played. And I think she was outplayed. She was